hottest of hot takes, Greenbrier's final faction line is the line that action figure toys should aspire to be in 2020.
In the year 2050, a large asteroid collided with our moon. Among the debris, we discovered a hibernating alien mothership. Now, the Karn are awake, and they want to plunder our precious natural resources. So we recruited teams of special operatives to defend Earth from the alien threat. They are the final faction.
Now, why would I say such a crazy thing about a dollar store line? Yes, take a look. The 5 figures in front of you, they are all 5 POA. They have accessories. They have multiple paint apps. They cost $1 a piece. This entire line in front of you cost $1 a piece. That's $5 total. Now, if you want the villains for this line, well, that's going to cost you $6, $7, and here's an $8. $8 for 8 action figures. Greenbrier just launched this line, and this is why it's talking to me. Now, obviously, we are talking 5 POA toys here. And so there are limitations with 5 POA toys, but this line makes up for it because, and all it matters of action figure, this is a line that takes its cues from the 80s and 90s, okay? For example, here is a carded action figure, okay? The card is tiny, right? But you will notice, it's hard to see behind this particular character because he's so big. They all have original character art on the cover. It's actually easier to see once you take them off the card. So here is Master Sergeant Steadfast, okay? So he has an original art on the cover. So every card back is individual and different. That's something you don't see in all lines right now. Flip it over. He has a bio card. Take a look. You even cut here. You cut here. So it has a bio card. This is something that, I mean, this amount of information is on par with what we're paying for in the G.I. Joe Retro line that costs $12 a piece. Okay? Same concept, bio cards, but obviously the information that you can put on a Joe bio card right now is way less. Now, some people are like, well, you know, but I mean, take a look at the card size. It's tiny. Well, take a look at this guy. This was the last real 5 POA line that Hasbro put out for Star Wars. And those card backs, look at that. There is barely a difference there in the size comparison of these card backs. Okay? Less information on this one than there is on this one. You'll also notice they have cross sales on the back. All figures in Series 1. That is something you don't find in most lines right now. Okay? This line for me is hearkening back to like the 90s, right? Late 80s, 90s. Take a look. This figure has figures. It has accessories. It has a bio card. It has cross sales. This is the era that I want Star Wars, or I want action figures in general to go. Now, some people might say, well, did you look at the accessories? They're all solid color pieces. You know, those aren't fun. Well, take a look. If you have bought the new DC line, you know the accessories there are oversized, solid pieces of accessories as well. Take a look at that card back. Tells you nothing about who Aquaman is. Tells you nothing except legalese, right? So even Spin Master is putting out these generic packages. Now, another great thing about this line is that it's got a media tie-in for obviously a unknown line. If you scan this QR code, it's going to take you to their YouTube page where they actually have original cartoons and 3D spin-arounds of the character models. So it is tying the kid directly to the media. So that is also another aspect which is very cool about this line. Here's a third aspect, or I think I'm past 3 already. Take a look. It comes with weapon packs. This is not seen in any figure line right now that I can think of. These dollar weapon packs, Air Assault. They got them for the good guys. They got, whoops, they got a bunch for the bad guys as well, too. This is dollar store. I got this at my Dollar Tree. Now, some people might say, well, you know, they don't hold their weapons well. Well, you know, my response to that is, did you open this guy, which came out last year? He barely holds his weapon. Go back to 1983. You ever get this guy to hold his weapon? No, you're not going to. So yes, there are some drawbacks with having figures that are 5 POA and maybe not having the tightest of grips. But let me tell you, I brought these home today, and my 10-year-old asked immediately if we can open them. I mean, just take a look at the scale alone. This is something everybody in the DC Spin Master line is all the same height. Here, look at, you have the mech is higher. You have the brute is higher. I think that's the brute. I'm still learning their names. The synthoid, you know, yes, it is the brute. This guy's the brute. But anyway, this cool crack team here, they all have accessories. They have weapons that come on and off. Yes, is the paint apps like crazy? No, they're not. But again, this is what is possible for $1 a figure. Okay, if you bought all 8 figures that are available, plus all 6 weapon sets that are currently available, it would cost you $15. $15. That is just $2 more than what I'm paying for one Star Wars Vintage Collection figure. I just, you know, it's just amazing what you can get away with for, you know, on the cheap. Now, if there's some corners that are cut, of course, but we're talking play value. My boy wanted to rip these out of the package as soon as possible. And that's why I don't have carded figures to show you of the heroes, because he wanted to play with them. He wanted to try out their accessories. He wanted to see if the knives came out of the sheath that she holds in her back, and if his tank comes out, or his backpack. And he wanted to open up the weapons packs and put some weapons in with him. I mean, this is the line, like I said, that obviously Greenbrier hired someone that knows what sold well to kids, to us in the 80s and 90s, and is embracing that, of course, on a discounted level. But man, I'm so happy. I don't know anything about this line, but my boy and I sat down, we watched the 8-minute cartoon, chapter 1. We enjoyed it. Sure, it was cheesy, but I mean, go back and watch our He-Mans, go back and watch our Transformers. There's tons of cheesy moments there. I think this captures the spirit of what I want action figures to be, action figure lines, and I think we've gotten so far away from that, and we're so collector-oriented and adult-oriented that to capture kids' imaginations, you kind of sometimes got to go back to the basics. That's my hot take. Final Faction, find them in your dollar stores. I bought the whole line at Dollar Tree. I'm hoping more figures come out. I'm hoping more accessories come out. I'm hoping more, you know, vehicles even come out, or some vehicles at least. So that's my hot take. Take it easy.